Minasan konnichiwa and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today guys, I am again inside the oxygen chamber. I'm really sorry I haven't been able to post the Shogo's podcast videos regularly like usual. I really have been struggling to find the right timing to be able to record this because again, my mother-in-law was here in Kyoto to help us out. My mother is now currently at the point of recording is now in Kyoto to help us out. So it's really difficult to find a place inside the house to do it. And also because whenever I usually try to record this in the morning in my own room, but when I try to do that, Harumi is actually sleeping in the morning too. When my kids are having breakfast, for example, when I'm taking Hinata to kindergarten, my mother can look after our second daughter, Nagi, downstairs, and Harumi is sleeping around till noon. Yeah, because she hardly gets any sleep during the nighttime, during midnight. So that makes me really difficult. I can't record it downstairs. I can't record it upstairs. I can't record it anywhere. And another difficult thing is that because it's so cold, I can't record it outside either, So I've been having a really hard time trying to find the time to record the podcast. So I really, really apologize. But hopefully, once my mother goes back to Hiroshima, and it's just Harumi and I, we'll absolutely have to go back to a regular schedule like we used to just with the two of us. So from there, I think I'll be able to regularly post the podcast too. So give us a little bit more time. Thank you so much. And today, the main topic is very different from what I just talked about right now. The main topic today is actually about ninjas. Now, in my new channel, Let's Ask Seki Sensei, I've actually made a video talking about samurai versus ninja because Seki Sensei mentioned about it. And in the comments of all of my videos that I made in Let's Ask Shogo about ninjas, there's tons of people and comments saying that, oh, this is not true, this is false, ninjas were actually these kind of people. No, they didn't actually fight, they didn't assassinate people. No, they were actually almost all samurai, their jobs were collecting information. No, they actually had skills to fight, blah, blah, blah. It just keeps on going. And I want to talk about in this podcast the reason why these arguments, these debates over what or who is the real ninja never ends. There's actually a reason why. And it's very simple though. You guys probably understand it. If you've been, standing on third person point of view and looking at these comments and arguments happening in the comments, for example, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that, ninja were spies, right? Ninjas were spies. So obviously they're very, very different. Each clan during the samurai periods, during the Sengoku era, and even during the Edo period too, each region, each area, each clan, each household, each family had different types of ninja, obviously. Because if every kind of spy around the whole country were the same, how could they be spies, right? Today, right now in Japan, or maybe all around the world, we call those spies ninjas, right? But ninja was a word that was created. Was a word that was created much, much later in time after Japan's westernization. Possibly wasn't it the 20th century when people started to call ninjas actually ninjas? Because until then, first of all, shinobi was the more major word of calling them. And every region had different names for their spies, obviously. Some people called them kusa, some people called them suppa, some people called them, just keep on going like that. Kurosune no mono, for example. Each region and each samurai family had different ninjas. And obviously, because they belonged to different clans and such, their jobs would be, specifically speaking, different as well. The famous Iga and Koka ninja, which were in the Kansai region. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of the Iga and Koka ninja, which were probably the biggest, most famous ninja clan. They were actually more like mercenaries. So they were half warriors at the same time. While they were called spies, they actually fought with other people too. But for example, other ninjas like the kusa I mentioned earlier, or the hayate no mono, for example, which means people who move very quickly. These people were not skilled in fighting at all, which were in the more the northeastern region of Japan. So it really depends on which ninja you are talking about. This discussion completely changes. Like, for example, some people were saying that real ninjas were mostly samurai. Yes, that is true too. There were some ninjas that were in the samurai class where we called the jonin. Like you probably heard in Naruto before, like genin, chunin, jonin, right? That system actually existed. So the people who were in jonin rank were actually samurai. They were ninjas themselves, but they also owned some ninja. They were people who were able to give the commands to the ninja, for example. That did happen in a certain region as well. So it really depends. Yeah, again, ninjas were spies. So saying that you are wrong, I am right is completely not a very meaningful conversation there, because obviously every ninja around Japan, were all different. Yeah. So that is something that we absolutely need to understand. Ninja, this general term, was created very recently, and in the past there were no ninja. There were the spies of each region, each place and such, and they were called differently with different skills. So no one, whenever we talk about the ninja, no one is wrong or no one is correct, because they probably all existed. Yeah. So depending on some regions, some ninja might have used the ninja swords, for example. Some people say they never even existed, but maybe they could have, because you probably can't think of something from nowhere, right? Maybe some people didn't use any weapons at all, and they didn't even dress up like the typical ninja that you might imagine. Some people might have done so. There are, for example, actual documentaries, left about what kind of clothing that some regions, like for example, the Ikakoga ninja would wear. Yeah, so there is no right and wrong when we talk about ninjas, and I really wanted to make this clear to everyone. What should I say? I personally feel that it's more important that you try to listen to other people and what their opinions are and what their image of what the spies in the past were like, or which ninja they're talking about. Maybe, yeah, if you hear some different opinions, maybe you can try to look for information about which ninja they're talking about. If you can look for the information, you'll absolutely be able to learn more about them. So I just wanted to share my opinion with you about ninjas. And again, as I always say, I'd be loving to wait for your comments. So then everyone, as I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know there's a lot of people studying Japanese, willing to come to Japan to study, travel, or work, or even train our traditional culture and such. However, I am very afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future, because we're facing a lot of social problems, we are losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are supposed to be carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. So I really want to dedicate my life trying to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve the social problems, preserve and evolve traditional culture, and also help out the younger generations so they can have a brighter future. And to do this, the nearest goals I have right now is to achieve 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2023 on my new channel, Seki Sensei, make the Yushinkan Samurai experience a big success, and also all of the other activities you can find in the description box. I hope you can check them out for me. Thank you so much, guys. Right now, by the way, this is kind of completely a side story, but I'm really looking forward to buying my first real bamboo shakuhachi as well, because I right now only have wooden and plastic ones, and hopefully I'll be able to do another collaboration video with Kaminaga-san so I can go and find my first real bamboo shakuhachi together with him. I'm very, very excited about that too, so I hope you can look forward to me talking about it as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for your time, and again, please give me as many comments as possible. Bye bye.